From behind the scenes of a concert full of energy and surprises, an extraordinary event suddenly looms and shakes the Korean entertainment world. Have you ever imagined what happens when one of the biggest idols suddenly changes his face with a mysterious mask? This is the moment that makes the audience speechless and ask, is this really happening? On the third day of the J-Hope concert, an unexpected incident occurred when V, the visual and the creature full of charm, appeared with a performance that was so different from usual. This controversial performance not only invites Tanya, why did V choose to act like this? But it also led to widespread speculation as to the motives behind such ingenious disguises and the secrets hidden in such masks. In an atmosphere filled with anticipation and adrenaline, the moment when V suddenly appears with a disguised appearance with a mask becomes the focal point of attention. Imagine for yourself, amid the thunderous applause and cheers of thousands of faithful spectators, a figure synonymous with charm and flamboyant style chose to lose his identity. This raises profound questions. Is this part of an ingenious marketing strategy, or is it a hint that there will be a new chapter in the careers of idols? Various speculations sprang up quickly, and not a few who questioned, what exactly is the message to be conveyed through this controversial action? The answers to those questions are not yet entirely clear, but for sure, the evening has become a highlight in the entertainment universe, leaving an imprint that is difficult to forget. On a night filled with surprises, J-Hope's concert has become an event where every second counts and every moment counts. As one of the members of BTS who was known for his positive energy and always stunning appearance, J-Hope certainly did not expect to be faced with such an astonishing action from his own partner, V. In an instant, the stage usually dominated by dancing and singing turned into a stage full of riddles and question marks that kept every viewer glued. Without warning or official announcement, V appears in the crowd with an unexpected appearance, disguised behind a mask that makes his identity disguised. Is this an attempt to slip a hidden message, or is it a carefully prepared joke? Doubts and curiosity immediately enveloped the entire concert hall. Various speculations began to emerge among fans and music critics. Some argue that the V action was part of a show concept designed in secret to test audience reaction, while others suspect that it was a way to hide an important message that had never been revealed before. Some people even claim that this incognito action is a subtle form of protest against the media pressure that always lurks every movement of the idols. Not a few also questioned, is this a sign that there will be a big change in the BTS group in the future? Thus, these questions whet the curiosity even more and make the situation of the evening even more grappling between emotions, surprises and endless speculation. In the dimness of the night filled with stage lights and the roar of music, every second of this incident was recorded in the memory of the fans. Many described the moment as one of the most dramatic and emotional moments in BTS's concert history. In an instant, everything turned from a familiar sight into a show full of question marks and unexpected hoopla. J-Hope, who is known to be always cheerful and full of spirit, seemed genuinely surprised by V's action. His drastically changed facial expression seemed to express astonishment and confusion, which was then immediately responded with applause and cheers from the audience who wanted to find out more about what had just happened. These spontaneous reactions add an emotional layer to the evening, combining awe, amazement, and anticipation of what comes next. Over time, the effects of this controversial action became more and more pronounced. Various heated discussions took place on social media, where each user tried to decipher the meaning behind V's disguise. Many say it is a bold and innovative form of creativity that stirs emotions and sparks a dialogue about the identity and role of idols in the modern entertainment industry. Not a few also feel that this action is a reflection of the pressure that has befallen the artists in maintaining the image and expectations of the public. Wearing a mask, V seems to be sending a message that behind a smile and charm that always looks perfect, there is a complex of emotions and stresses that are difficult for the outside world to understand. Questions like what does this disguise really mean, and why would V have felt the need to hide his identity in a very personal concert, it tickles the mind even more, adding a mysterious dimension to the incident. Meanwhile, J-Hope's own reaction was in the spotlight. The figure, who has been known as the initiator of enthusiasm and positive energy on stage, was clearly surprised and even a little confused when he saw his colleague performing in such an extreme disguise. In the moments recorded spontaneously, J-Hope looks unable to hide his astonishment. His facial expression, which alternated between laughter and silence, seemed to reflect both admiration and uncertainty for the action that had just taken place. This led to many questions from fans. Did J-Hope know of the plan in the first place, or was he the victim of a prank designed to shock her? No official explanation was issued at the time, so each interpretation only became part of speculation that further piqued the public's curiosity. In the silence that occurred shortly after the incognito action, the spotlight of the camera and stage lights seemed to add intensity to the already very emotional moment. Every detail, from the tiny movements behind the mask to the spontaneous reactions of J-Hope, was carefully recorded by thousands of mobile phone cameras and media present at the concert site. The reaction of the fans was very mixed. Some were amused by the uniqueness of the action, while others were offended and questioned whether this was too much. Heated discussions in online chat rooms and fan forums began to develop, with increasingly elaborate theories and multi-layered interpretations of the meaning behind the disguise. In the backstage room, several eyewitnesses who did not want to be named revealed that the atmosphere after the incident was very different from what usually happens in BTS concerts. They tell how the crew and staff were still silent for several minutes, trying to digest how quickly the situation turned from excitement to uncertainty. "We all felt like we were in a thriller full of unexpected twists," said one of the crew directly involved in the event. However, there are those who emphasize that this action has paved the way for a more in-depth discussion about how an idol should appear in front of the public. In a world where the perfect image is often the standard to be met, V's daring act of showing her mysterious side is considered a small form of rebellion against long-established norms. This, of course, caused controversy, because on the one hand, the action was considered very innovative and liberating, but on the other hand, there were those who thought that this could cause confusion and lower the aesthetic value of the show. As the excitement of the night subsided, the repercussions of V's undercover actions continued to roll in on various fronts. Social media is filled with video clips showing crucial moments, as well as comments that reflect deep amazement and admiration. Every post on Instagram, Twitter, and other online platforms shows how much of an emotional impact the action has left. Many fans expressed their feelings through long captions filled with words of praise, criticism, and deep questions. In fact, some of BTS's official fan page accounts began to hold open discussions about the meaning behind V's actions, tracing every gesture and facial expression reflected in the performance. This discourse opened a new chapter in the relationship between idols and fans, in which the boundaries between entertainment and personal statements began to fade, creating space for more free and profound interpretations. Undeniably, the night was one of the most intense moments in J-Hope's concert history. Surprise after surprise continued to hit, changing the paradigm of the show and challenging perceptions that had been considered raw. Many assume that the V masquerade action is a form of embodiment of the courage to appear different, rejecting the standards set by the entertainment industry that is often stuck in conventional patterns. By wearing a mask, V not only hides his identity, but also opens up space for a broader interpretation of freedom of expression. This discussion not only shows how much influence BTS has in the lives of fans, but also confirms that each of their performances is always able to touch the emotional and intellectual side of art connoisseurs. Although there has been no official statement from any party, enthusiasm and passion for finding answers remain burning, making the night a chapter full of mystery and inspiration. Faced with all the controversies and doubts that arise, the parties concerned have not yet given an official explanation of the intentions and goals behind this action. Until now, neither J-Hope nor V have issued a statement that can satisfy the curiosity of the already inflated public. However, this actually adds spice to the excitement in the event. In the fast-paced world of entertainment, where every second counts, the post-action silence begs the question, is this the beginning of a new, more experimental chapter in BTS's performing world? Until there is official clarification, all speculation and theories will continue to flow, merging with the enthusiasm and admiration that always accompanies every step of the idols.